This is people standing up against corporate greed at a time when the banks have been bailed out to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars, yet 18 schools have been shut down or moved in Boston in the last year. And the top 1% of society, the billionaires, are trying to put the burden of this crisis on the backs of working people when it's their system that created this crisis. They're trying to make us pay for it. And it's becoming clearer and clearer that the U.S. is a class-based society, and that working people, young people, people of color are going to have to get together to fight for our interests, because neither of the two political parties are going to do it for us. You know, there's this idea that there's the American dream, but more and more that's becoming a nightmare for people, and the illusions in that are just dying away. You know, there's no chance, there's very little chance of doing better than your parents, like previous generations could imagine. And there's more and more people staring in the face joblessness, but not just joblessness, but an inability to get a full-time job, college degrees resulting in debt rather than resulting in opportunities. When we were promised a future of plenty under capitalism, and we were being confronted with joblessness and a lack of services.
We've had enough, and we're not going to take it anymore.
November 5th, take your money out of the hands of these corrupt banks. We should look at credit unions.
We educate Boston's students. You're educating Boston's communities. Thank you very much for what you're doing. What you are doing is historic. Terrific. Thank you very much.
All right.
In the late 60s, early 70s, there were movements to change this country. And this is what I believe Occupy Boston, Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Washington is going to do. Because as the sign said, America wants to work. It's not that we don't want to work, we need to work. Unions is not a bad word. Unions is what built this country.
I'm working hard every day for a city where everybody has an opportunity to succeed, where everybody has an opportunity to go to work and be treated with respect and dignity and be able to care for their families, and maybe not have to have 3 jobs to do that. Maybe be able to spend some time with your family. And so I stand here today to say, I stand with you, I appreciate you, I thank you. Together we will win. Organized people have never lost, and we will not lose now. Thank you.
And there's still, it's the beginning stages of this movement, so there's still some confusion about what people want, right? So we're trying to bring a clear message that we need to have demands against all these budget cuts, a demand for a jobs program, demands that can relate to mobilizing masses of working people, where there's already huge sympathy for this movement, but we need to transform that into active support rather than just widespread sympathy. And also, we're putting forward the need for independence from the 2 corporate parties. We should remember that this isn't the first time people were euphoric about politics, that 3 years ago, a lot of these same people here were probably euphoric about the Obama campaign, and look at where that ended up for us. More war, more economic devastation, and even further entrenchment of the rule of the big banks and the top 1%. So I think it's important also to remain independent of the Democratic Party and to put forward the need for independent candidates and fundamental change. That's a good question. I mean, I think a lot of people on the left have been frustrated that there hasn't been an organized response to the Tea Party, and this is definitely an element of that. But one thing this isn't is the Tea Party was manufactured from above. And this is a movement from below. This is genuinely a movement from below that now the tops are trying to co-opt, as you can see with recent statements by the Democrats, but this is more genuinely a movement from below. I'm with Socialist Alternative and the Committee for Workers International, and we've been here since the first General Assembly till right now, and we'll continue to be here through the end.